Hello everybody, Epic Mewtwo here. Today we are back with another figure unboxing, and today we have the Super Saiyan Special Super Saiyan God Vegeta. That is right. I have been waiting pretty long time for this figure, and I'm not gonna lie, it's actually been sitting in my room for a little bit now. I haven't sat down and done unboxing videos in a while. I've just kind of had a lot of them stockpiled to just edit and then put out, but sort of been running low, so we had to whip out some of the figures that we had in hiding for some content. You know how it be. And here we are. So this guy is actually a really special figure, not only to me, because, well, I mean, he's awesome. The fact that he is also the first, at least to my figure expertise knowledge, Super Saiyan 4. Super Saiyan 4, oh my gosh, I'm losing my marbles. Super Saiyan God Vegeta, baby, that's right. Obviously, this guy comes from the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, of course being technically the first canon appearance of Super Saiyan God Vegeta. And a very good figure to represent my man as well. A very interesting choice as well to pick the Blood of Saiyans line as his first figure. This guy is getting another figure later down the line as well, I believe in the Risuden line. I'll put a picture of that up on the screen. But this guy, honestly, from everything that I've seen, looks really good, so I'm really excited to get into it. And it looks like, too, he is kind of the first-ish, marking the beginning of a nice change of pace for the Blood of Saiyans line, because previously, there's more tape. Previously, the Blood of Saiyans line was kind of just characters in static power-up poses, and the most unique thing about the line was the hair, because they would always use this shiny hair that, like, you can kind of see on this particular Vegeta figure right here, because they continue the trend in this line, right, with the shiny hair. We'll actually be taking a look at a figure compared later on in the video, but it is nice to see that the Blood of Saiyans line is mixing it up with the pose, because they're not just doing power-up poses anymore. They're actually doing a lot more dynamic stuff, and there's a lot more coming from this line later this year, being a Super Vegeta kicking and I think a Gogeta kicking, funny enough. So those will be exciting to see. Wow, this actually looks really good. I haven't turned around the face, so I guess let's take a look at that first. Let's open it up. Let's see how it looks. You know me and Bandai. You know my relationship with these goobers. Did they get it right? I will admit the hair sculpt looks very nice. I really like the tone of... Wow, I actually really like the tone of red that they used. Holy cow. Yeah, looks pretty good. It's not bad. Obviously, it looks a little bit weird considering he's a disembodied head at the moment. I really like, actually, how they made this almost like... kind of looks like crystal sections. Oh, you know it. You know I love when they do this nice big piece in the middle, because it perfectly exemplifies the style of Dragon Ball characters. Woo! Alright. Okay, Bandai. Okay, I see you. I'm all ears now, baby. I'm awake. Alright, so let's see. Vegeta's body looks very good. We'll take a look at that in a second. Let's take a look at the stand. Unfortunately, a standard black stand. It's kind of grayish. But that is a good thing that I'm already seeing here. So, this stand is a little bit different than the typical Blood of Saiyans line, because obviously the Blood of Saiyans line just kind of standing still. Well, actually, this Goku that we're going to take down there, but you can see there ain't no stand on that boy. It's technically just that, but obviously if they're going to have air poses, they need a proper stand like this. A Bandai Spirits, nice logo there. Very nice that they made it small, because sometimes they make stands huge. We'll be taking a look at some of the other figures compared to this guy later, but like this one, unnecessarily big, although that one kind of needed it because it was, you know, a big figure. But regardless, though, the point is big stand unnecessary. I will say that is kind of unfortunate that there's a little bit of a clip of plastic, it sort of looks like. That goes in there very nicely. I'm kind of worried about that, I'm not gonna lie. That little peg is making me a little bit uncomfortable. But let's take a look at the body, I guess, without the head. Wow, the sculpting on this is absolutely beautiful, bro. The muscle definition is perfect. The armor looks great. The chest does look a little bit small, we'll say, which is kind of weird, and the stomach looks very big. Wow. The boots might be my favorite part. I really like how they did this, because it actually looks like he's wearing the boot. It looks like that they took the knee of the figure or the leg and they put it in this boot, right? Rather than having it all be molded as one piece on the leg. Have I ever seen another Vegeta figure do something like that? I don't think so, because this seems very new to me. Like, this literally looks like my man got out of bed and put his training boots on and went off to the gravity chamber. That looks really cool. All right, let's put the head on. This one's gonna be a little bit weird. It's also one where they decided to make the peg on the actual head, rather than... Whoa! Please don't be damaged. Please don't be damaged. That's the other reason too. Actually, I didn't mention it because I don't think the video's up yet. I think I'm gonna get a card playmat to put down here so I can put the figures on it, and then that way that sort of thing doesn't happen. Did it get dented anywhere? Face looks okay. It might be... No, I don't think... I think we're good. I think we're good. It might be a little... Yeah, I don't see any blatant marks. It might be a little bit of a something on the corner right there, but I don't think it's too bad. See, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, because I talk about in like a haul video that I'm going to post. I don't know when I'll post it, but this head is really hard to get in there. Talk about how I think I'm going to get a playmat for the bottom here, so then that way it'll be a little bit more decorative, and also stuff like that won't happen. Okay, so a couple things to note. One, I'm feeling the figure, and like this almost feels like hollow, like the armor, which is good because then that means like the armor was sculpted around the body. I do really like how they have the head meet the neck, because his like thick neck, or these veins or whatever these are, the muscles, right, actually meet up very well with the head, and I guess that fits quite well as well with the, you know, just spot that the head kind of meets up. It fits in there nice and well, and wow, that is a fantastic looking figure. I think this looks really good. It honestly looks like it was ripped right out of the movie. Wow, that angle is also very good. Wow, I really like this figure. I think they knocked it out of the park with this one. This might honestly be my favorite figure in the Blood of Saiyans line. Let's see how... Where does this go? Does he just rest on it? Like that? No, that can't be it. There's no hole. There's no hole on the figure where that would go. I think it just rests there. That's kind of weird. Alright, well, I guess let's just put it in, because it doesn't make sense if it's like this, right? Because then there's no point of it supporting the figure. This also doesn't look right. It's also like, because the angle on the box has him like this, right? How it would be if he was resting on the peg, right? Because it's more so... Oh, you can't see that. What am I doing? It's more so forward like this, right? Rather than up at an angle, more so like that. Okay. Not a fan of the stand, I guess, but let's just try it out. I assume it'll work a little bit better once we get the peg in there. The other thing is, too, I don't want it to, like, stretch Vegeta. This doesn't feel right. This definitely doesn't feel right. Let's put it in without that, and let's just see how it looks. Because, yeah, there's literally no point for that being there, unless the point of it being there is that the figure leans back like that, and then the weight that would be... Ooh, actually, I don't want to do it on that arm. The weight that would be on or I guess like the figure leaning is now supported, because see, when you like let it go, it snaps back to the peg, and then it kind of just rests on the peg. That's a really, that feels like a r/poor design, or whatever that subreddit is about bad design, but that does look correct to me. I don't think it was going to be able to fit in the hole if you put this on top. Let's see, can we get it to, yeah, see, that's like stretching out the hole for the stand to fit in. So I guess it just stays like that. Interesting. All right, well, that is the Blood of Saiyans Vegeta all put together. Honestly, a very, very fantastic. Wow, look at that angle, looks perfect. That literally looks like it came right out of the movie. That is a really, really cool angle. All right, so let's do some figure comparisons here. First of all, like I said, we have to compare the original Blood of Saiyans, what I'll kind of consider the first set, I guess, of Blood of Saiyans figures. So this is what I was talking about, right? It's sort of like a default power-up pose with the original line of these figures. Kind of cool, but also kind of bland. I think the main, appeal of these was the wacky colored hair, right? Which sticks with the trend with this Vegeta, because this is unlike most other Dragon Ball figures of its kind, right? Most others don't really do something like this, where they have this really wacky, like, shiny hair. But I think it fits for Dragon Ball, right? Because obviously the hair colors kind of look like that. And it fits very well with the red for Vegeta. So that's him scaled next to the original, the SSBK Blood of Saiyans. I guess we'll just kind of keep it there. So I wanted to also show you the FES God Goku. Don't mind the dust. I'm terrible about dusting figures, but he does fit quite well, I will say, next to the FES Goku. I was originally going to get rid of this FES Goku, but honestly, the pair looks pretty nice. Let me get this off the camera real quick. I apologize. My new tripod has the camera like stuck in there. But these guys honestly fit pretty well together. I think it's partially the angle. Of course, the hair looks a little bit weird with Vegeta's being so dark and Goku's being so light. And obviously, this is just Dragon Ball Super Goku. But honestly, not too bad. Funny enough, they almost kind of look at each other when they're next to each other. But that is size comparison. I figured I would just bring these guys out because obviously they are both Super Saiyan God figures, right? I can definitely see a little bit of a quality difference, though, I will admit. Is that a spider web on Goku's hair? Man, I was not kidding when I said about the dust. Anyway, final figure that I wanted to compare this to, probably, in my opinion, still the best, if not one of the best, Dragon Ball Super Broly lines, the Ultimate Soldier's Son Goku. This is, of course, the Super Saiyan Blue Goku. This figure fits pretty well with the Vegeta. I would say they scale very, very well together. You could definitely have a display. Look at that. That looks awesome. You could definitely have a display with both of these guys. I will say, I think the detail is a little bit more kind of noticeable on the Blood of Saiyans one, because they tried to more mimic the Shintani style with this one and make it like super, super simplistic on the Ultimate Soldiers line. Though I will say they did a great job of capturing it on the Blood of Soldiers line. I just think they're with like the shading, right? Because there's a lot of shading on this figure with the dark blues and the change in the yellow hues and stuff like that. That actually a lot of other Dragon Ball figures don't have, which is a really nice change of pace for this figure. But I do think it still displays well with the Ultimate Soldiers line. So just wanted to give you guys those comparisons. I hope you enjoyed the video. 100% recommend picking this guy up. Of course, as per usual, I will leave some links in the description where you can do so. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and with that, I will catch you guys in the next one. Going to out. Peace.